A cactus, it's the answer for everything, honestly. Hello and welcome to the Faded Wildflower Crochet. My name is Rachel. And listen, you guys, I have been through it this week. The idea that I had for this week's video, I ended up having to scrap at the last minute. So I'm kind of scrambling to come up with the ideas. And I have a whole notebook full of ideas for this channel, but nothing sounded quite right. I'm waiting for some yarn to come in the mail so that I can review it. So then I had this idea pop into my head of, you know what I want to do today? I want to crochet what makes me happy. And for a lot of us, if not all of us, we started crocheting because it's something that makes us happy. It's something that it can be productive to do with our hands, and the end result is something cute or usable or fun. And for a lot of you guys that maybe just started out crocheting, you're still in that place. But for many of us who have made crocheting our business, we're having to crochet things that we don't necessarily want to crochet all the time, whether that be for markets or custom orders, or in my case right now, both. I'm not always getting to crochet the things that I want to crochet. And sometimes that can make this thing that started out as something really fun and something that makes me really happy, it can turn it into more of a chore. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the term dopamine dressing, which is something that people in the fashion world have come up with. And it's basically just this concept of wear whatever makes you feel happy. Don't worry about if the colors are flattering or if the cuts are flattering on your body. Like, who cares? Just wear the things that make you happy or give you dopamine dressing. So I thought today I would dopamine crochet. There needs to be a better, like more catchy name for that. But basically today I'm just going to crochet what makes me happy, and something that is making me really happy right now. Let me show you. These little guys. I said in my last market prep video that I really wanted to go buy some terracotta pots and crochet some little cactuses to go inside of them. And I did that. I made 10 of them since my last video, and I cannot get enough. They're so fun. They're so quick and they're so cute. So I am going to kind of be killing two birds with one stone, so to speak, because I'm going to be crocheting something that makes me really happy and makes me really excited to crochet, but I'm also going to be crocheting still for my upcoming market. So if that sounds like fun, then keep watching. So I did go out today, this morning, and buy 25 more of these little tiny 2-inch terracotta pots. I got them at Walmart for 88 cents a piece, which I do think is a pretty good price. I know somebody commented on my last market prep video that they get their terracotta pots in like a multi-pack for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And I looked at the dollar stores in my area, but they didn't have any terracotta pots at all. They only had plastic planter pots. So like I said, I got these at Walmart, but the only thing about these particular ones is that this sticker is kind of a pain in the butt to get off. So if you do end up buying these, what I do is scrape as much of this off with my fingernails as I can. And then I use some acetone or just like nail polish remover and rub that on there to get the excess off. And that works pretty well. So it is kind of a pain in the butt to have to do, but I already prepped, I think, 8 over there. So I don't think I'll need more than that today. So I've already done that work for myself. So without further ado, let's go pull out some yarn and let's get started crocheting some cactuses. And I thought along the way, I would just chat with you guys about what's been going on this week. And if I have time, I want to show you everything that I have bought and thrifted this week for my booth. So let's just get into all of that. So I thought that while I work on this cactus, I would talk to you guys about what's been going on this week, why I had to end up scrapping the video that I was going to do. So the video that I was going to do was, I gave myself this little challenge to post on my Instagram every single day for a month, for 30 days, and see if... I really wish she wasn't doing that. So they're having an estate sale across the street from my house, like literally right over there. And Lily's not very happy about it. She's pretty grumpy about it. And there is somebody smoking like right outside my house. I don't really like that. Anyways, so the video for this week was going to be me talking about the process of posting on Instagram every day for a whole month and just talking about what I learned and, if it was worth it, if I thought that you guys should try it. And honestly, it was a huge mixed bag. And in the end, I do think the answer is yes, but I'll get into that in a minute. But the reason that I had to scrap that video is because what I did was film every week. At the end of the week, I would film a little update of everything that I learned that week, like how many followers I had that week or whatever. And I deleted one of those updates. I don't know how it happened. It's just because I end up filming so much on my phone these days that I had so much on there that my storage was running out. And so I had to delete a bunch of stuff. And I guess I just deleted one of those videos and I just didn't even realize that I did it. Every other week, I took notes of everything that happened. I wrote down the follower count, all of that. But that particular week, I didn't take notes or anything. So there was no way for me to refilm it and for me to remember anything. And so I just got really frustrated and decided to just scrap the video entirely just because it was not really going to be as fun to watch. I don't think if it was just me chatting about what I learned in the end of it, I think it would have been nicer to watch if it was me doing updates every week. So anyways, I just ended up scrapping it. It would have been maybe a helpful video or an interesting video. I'm not sure, but basically the Reader's Digest version of that video is that it was a mixed bag. It was a roller coaster. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of little technical things that I didn't know about filming on Instagram. I made a lot of good connections over there. I did gain some new followers, but my main goal was to have a more engaged audience. And I do think that I accomplished that. But also, social media is just such a double-edged sword. It's a place where it can be a really good tool for small businesses to be able to connect with our audiences. But it also is this place where if you're someone like me who compares themselves to others. Sorry, that lady is still outside of my house smoking. I'm so non-confrontational. I would never go over and tell her to stop, and that it's not a very nice thing to do. Which she's not on my property, but she's literally on the curb outside of my house. It's kind of weird. Anyways, Lily's gonna be calm about it. We're gonna be chill, aren't we? Yeah, okay. Anyways, I talked about it in my video where could you stop? Lily, no. Hold on. Are you serious? Are you done? So I talked about in the video where I tested out the Pioneer Woman yarn that I just have this tendency to compare myself to others and to let it really get me down and to make me feel like I'm not doing enough, that I'm not good enough. And also social media is just so overwhelming in terms of, okay, so this is something that I talked about in this video, and I don't know if this is a controversial thing to say, but these Instagram gurus who will make these reels telling you do this one little trick to get your Instagram to have more followers and more engagement. And they all say something contradictory to each other. I'm like, are you guys actually Instagram experts? Do you guys actually know what you're talking about? Or are you just saying this so that you get better engagement on your post? And also, a lot of them are trying to sell something. I'm just automatically a very skeptical person. And so, especially when I see people trying to sell a course or something on how to grow on Instagram, I'm like, I don't know about all that. So I just feel like there's so much advice out there. It's all contradictory, and it can get really overwhelming to feel like I'm not doing the right thing and I'm never going to grow my audience. And if I don't do this, that, and the other, and that can just feel really, really intimidating and overwhelming. And so that was another reason that I decided to scrap that video altogether, was because I feel like I am still kind of processing how I feel about social media in general, if I do think that it's worth it. I think what I ultimately decide is that, like, yes. I mean, yes and no. Is it worth it in terms of getting a more engaged audience? Yes. Is it worth it for your mental health if you're somebody who struggles with anxiety like me? I don't know because it can really just take a toll, like I said, and it did for me. That was why I was having a really rough mental health week, was because I just felt myself comparing myself to others and everything that they're doing and everything that they've accomplished. And I was just feeling really inferior. So, yeah, it really is just a mixed bag over there on social media. So, I think ultimately what I came away with that experiment learning is to not take it too seriously, to post what makes me happy, what's fun for me to post. I was actually really enjoying making a bunch of silly little reels this month. And so I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm also going to post more photos over there as well, even though those don't get as much engagement, because I do sort of use Instagram as a portfolio of sorts so that people can see all of the different things that I can make. And so I want to start posting more photos and maybe break up as many reels as I was posting there for a while. But I do want to continue to make reels because I do think they're funny and fun and they can like be a place where I can engage with my audience. But I'm just not going to take it too seriously, and I'm not going to put as much pressure on myself as I did this month. So that's my thoughts on that. Let me know if you have any questions or if you would like to hear me talk more about that, about what that process was like. But yeah, that's basically what happened this week, is that I had to scrap that video. And then I had some other ideas, like I said, but I just really wasn't feeling any of them. um, and these little cactuses just make me so happy. They're so cute. By the way, I do not have a pattern for these cactuses. If you don't already know me, I am mostly a freehand crochet girl. I basically am just crocheting them like in a row first, and then I connect it, and then like crochet along the top and the bottom, put in the eyes, do the arms, a little flower. It's a pretty little easy thing. So here's something that I've thought about doing is, and let me know if you guys are interested. I am getting pretty close to qualifying for being able to have a little membership button on my YouTube. And I was thinking for that, maybe what I could do is have patterns that I do for these videos. So just like these little cactuses, or like the little fox that I did when I tried out the Pioneer Woman yarn, I could have the patterns for those, and that can be like part of the membership, or maybe Patreon or whatever it is, where I can have like extra perks for people who join my membership. Then I could give these patterns away to those people. I don't know. Is that something you guys would be interested in? I'm not really sure, because I do feel like a lot of times the patterns that I make for these, I just sort of make them up as I go, but I probably could write down what I do and make a little pattern. And if you guys would be interested in that, then yeah, let me know. But I mean, this cactus is pretty simple. You could probably find something similar for free online. I don't know, but I am just freehanding him, and I am using this yarn right now that I want to get rid of because it's the Loon Arm brand that I really, really like the thicker version of, but this thinner version I just don't like as much. And in general, I don't like thinner velvet yarns as much. I really like the bulky weight velvet yarns more than this like thinner weight yarn. So I'm just doubling it up, as you can see, and I really just want to get rid of it. This yarn I got for a failed project that I did. And so I just have a ton of it because on Amazon, this Loon Arm brand, you can only buy it in 3 packs, which is kind of annoying. So if you end up not really liking it, then you have a whole bunch of it that you have to use. So I am using it to make cactuses. I'm putting it to good use. I do think it feels very nice, but like I said, I just don't like the thinner weight as much as I like the bulky weight. That's just personal preference. So anyways, let me finish this guy up. I'm going to quit talking for a little while, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. that's the first one done. Look how cute. I am obsessed. I think I might make another one here in a minute and time myself and see how long it takes. I hate timing myself, you guys. It's the worst. I honestly hesitate to time myself doing things because it brings me back to like first grade trauma when we had to do timed math tests, and I'm really bad at math. And I would always get so stressed and I would be checking the timer like every 2 seconds, and my teacher would get on to me and that would just make me more stressed. So yeah, I hate timing myself, but I really do want to see how long these take. And so that I kind of know how much to charge for them. I really need to get better about actually taking my time into account for charging things for both, my Etsy shop and for this market, but I'm terrible about it. Let me know if you guys are the same way. Probably one of my biggest questions is like, how long did that take you to make? And I'm like, I don't know. I like watched an episode of a TV show and I made 2 of them or whatever it is. I thought I would show you guys everything that I have thrifted and purchased for my booth. And I know I already said I'm not going to be buying a whole lot, like particularly for my booth. I really want everything that I have for my booth to have a secondary use in my home. I think everything that I bought, I am going to use as decoration in my home. So let me show you how cute, and it's in such good condition. I bought all of my baskets, my wicker baskets. As I'm sitting here looking right now, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baskets just like that I can see in my line of sight at this moment. And they are scattered all over my home. I use them to organize and for storage. And honestly, everything looks better if you put it in a wicker basket. That's just the truth. So I got this one because I'm making a whole bunch of stars for my booth, and I thought that this would be perfect. And it's just really, really cute, really good condition. So that is that. And I think they were only charging like $3. Wanted to be brave and film myself in public, but just kind of feel weird filming in public, not just because I feel awkward, but also because I feel like it makes other people feel awkward. And most of the thrift stores that I go to are like local places that are small, and also they're for like a charity thing where they're for rehab, and the people that are working there are people who are in addiction recovery. And so it just feels really awkward for me to film. I just don't really know how much I will be doing that going forward. I know that I like watching thrift with me's and that kind of thing, but I'm not sure that I'll ever be brave enough to film in public all of the time. But anyways, that's the first thing I got. I dropped it. This is the one thing that I didn't thrift. I actually got this at the Dollar Tree, and I got 3 of these little wooden boxes, and they have stars on them. Like I said, I'm totally obsessed with making stars right now, so I think it's kind of fun to have some star motifs like decorating my booth, and I'm going to set them up. I'll insert how I have them organized right now, and I just think these are so stinking cute, and $1.25 each for them, and they're not huge, but I think with 3 stacked on top of each other, and I might like glue them together. And I don't know if I'm going to end up like painting these or just leaving them as is or staining them. I'm not sure, but that's that. I got 3 of those. And then something similar that I actually found at the thrift store is this, which it is much bigger, but it is just another little wooden box that I think will be perfect for my booth. It's a little bit dusty. That's okay. Just being able to put some plushies in here like that, maybe putting more on top. It's perfect. I have to show you my absolute favorite thing that I found while I was thrifting. You guys aren't ready for this. Look how cute! It's like a little doll desk, and it's a little dusty. I need to dust it. But how stinking cute is that? I have to say that I was definitely inspired by my friend Cat Cake Crochet. She has a lot of like doll furniture in her display, and I thought, how cute is that? And I actually found some other stuff at like a vintage market. They were charging like $15 per little like doll chair, and I was like, that's kind of expensive. This was $3. Are you kidding me? $3. It does probably need to be like reinforced. Like I probably need to get some wood glue and glue this like little seat back down a little bit. But other than that, it's in really good condition. And I can put plushies up here. I can put plushies here. And I love the little heart on the side. You already saw in my mock display that I did, if you watched my last video, that I have a little bench that has like the little heart cutouts on the side. And I believe it belonged to my grandma, who passed it down to my mom. And then my mom was like, here, I think you'll have more use for this with your plushies than I will. And so that's what I use it for. And I've had it for years. And so it really fits in perfectly with the vibe that I go for in my house anyways. And then also when I'm not using it for my markets, I can use it for decoration, but my kids can use this to play. They actually love playing school with their dolls. So I think this will be perfect for them. So that is what I have found so far. And I also found this other thing that I hoped would replace the cart. You guys know that I'm kind of having issues with the cart that I have for my display. And I'll probably insert footage of it because it's currently in my closet. I have my shoes and like jackets and sweaters and stuff on it right now, which actually works perfectly for that. So if nothing else, it works great for that. But it is this little wooden thing, and I don't know what its original intention was, but I thought that I could maybe put some baskets on it and then put my plushies in it. But it's really not very sturdy. And I noticed it when I was at the thrift store and I was talking to the lady that worked there. And I was like, yeah, this is like not really very sturdy. And she's like, oh, I think the screws on the bottom just need to be tightened and it'll be fine. And she's like, I'll give it to you for $5. So it was really cheap anyways. And like I said, it's working great for the function, that the secondary function that I was hoping for, which is organizing my closet. But I just can't figure out how to make it more sturdy. I tried to like screw in the screws on the bottom and tighten them and tighten the screws on the side, but it's just not really working. So I think it's probably just not going to be what I need it for. So I'm still going to keep my eye out for another wooden shelf for my display, if at all possible. And if not, I'll just use the cart and get over myself. I actually already mentioned that they're having an estate sale across the street from my house. And I thought I would go in there and kind of pick around and see if I could find something that would work for my booth or just in general. Honestly, I love estate sales. Like, you're telling me that I can go into someone's house and like pick around through their stuff and no one's going to call me creepy? Like, sign me up. I love garage sales in general, but like estate sales where I actually get to go into the house and like look around. I am so nosy. I love looking at what the inside of houses look like. And so I love estate sales. But they were only taking cash and I don't have any cash. And the one shelf that I actually really like, again, it was hearts. I love like the hearts and the stars and the sort of vintage look to that. I'm charging $40 for this little shelf. And I don't know if I want to pay that or not. And I may end up going back tomorrow. Maybe I'll go get some cash and go back. And they did say you could make offers. So maybe I'll be like, well, you take 25 for it. I don't know. We'll see. I hate haggling, but that is part of the like thrifting world sometimes, is like, you might as well ask for a better price and maybe sometimes they'll give it to you. Anyways, I'm going to go get back to making more cactuses. I just think they're so cute. They're so fun to make. I really want to see how long it takes me to make one. Wish me luck. I'm going to go time myself and hopefully not relive my first grade trauma. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, here is my second cactus of the day. I did time myself and it took me 35 minutes to make this guy. And that also included the time that it was taking me to like turn the camera on and off and get it all adjusted and stuff. So really even less time than that on a normal day where I'm not filming myself. So have I discovered the perfect market make? This is something that makes me happy to make. which was the goal of today's video. This is something that is like super cute. Like, I'm sorry, so cute. Something that really doesn't take too many materials to make, that you do just have to buy the terracotta pot, which is only 88 cents. And it's also quick to make as well. So I don't know. This is my perfect market make. I'm definitely going to be making a ton more of this. I want to fill up my entire table with little cute cactuses. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Are you guys making cactuses for your markets? Are you making cactuses for fun to decorate with? Also, like, I feel like this is the perfect gift. Like, are you guys looking for a good like Mother's Day gift? Does your mom like plants, but maybe your mom can't keep plants alive? Like a cactus. A cactus, it's the answer for everything, honestly. I'm having so much fun. This really boosted my mood, and I'm really happy that I decided to just make cactuses today because they make me happy. So I think I'm going to go continue making these little guys off camera for the rest of the day. But you'll have to let me know what you thought about today's video. What do you think about these cactuses? And what do you guys think about the concept of crocheting to boost your own mood? I know that, again, this may not relate to everybody, but other market makers, other people who are selling their crochet in any sort of form, is this something that you're dealing with? Do you take time to really just make things that make you really happy? Let me know. If you did like the video, be sure to hit the like button. You can subscribe and stick around. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see next. You can go watch my other videos, like my Will It On Me playlist, where I try out different types of yarn. You can follow me on Instagram. It's The Faded Wildflower. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.